Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here to do week 2's check-in for November. Not a lot has been going on, you'll see that in a second, for November, but I just want to quickly check in, see how we're doing for some of our major categories like groceries, unbudgeted, that type of stuff, and check in with our sinking funds as well. So to start off with, I want to go ahead and write in our categories. So these are the main categories that we track every single week, and those are groceries. Groceries are one of those categories that, although it always stinks to go over on groceries, it's a necessity, and so I don't stress too much about it, but I try and keep it under a certain amount, you know what I mean? So I do like to track it and try to reduce that as much as possible, but I do it with the same thought that, you know, we have to eat. So the next thing that we track is gas for our cars, and again, same type of thing. It's not like we are filling up on gas whenever we want, or we're going on crazy trips or anything like that. It's really just a means to see how we're doing, and so we're not like surprised when, oh wow, like we're $20 over on gas. We also track some cash dividers, and that's why there's a C next to them. So the first one is eating out, and then the second one is household. I'm pretty sure going forward I am not going to have household as a cash divider anymore, because I've talked about this quite a bit. We do have a red card, and if you're not familiar what that is, it's basically a credit card that goes through Target, and so when you use it, you get 5% off of your purchase. You get free shipping if you order online, and so I almost exclusively shop for our household stuff at Target, which means that I go to the bank, I get cash out, I go to Target, I use my red card, and then I have to put the money back into the bank for household. So it's just kind of one of those things that I just don't want to deal with anymore, and it's not really super necessary. We've kept our household budget about $100 per month, and that's right around where we're usually at. So I just don't think that we're gonna abuse it and that we need to have it as a cash divider anymore. But that is something that we have this month, and then we also have unbudgeted. So let's go ahead and see how we're doing so far. It is so shocking to me that we are already in like the middle of November. I cannot seem to grasp that for some reason. So, okay, so here we are in terms of our month so far. So you can tell the last time we did our check-in was sometime around the 5th. And so now we're checking in, and we have quite a bit of groceries. Groceries are in pink, and then we haven't filled up on gas for either car, and we really haven't had anything else going on. So it's pretty much just groceries that we need to track this week. So I'm gonna go ahead and add all of this up. So we have $9.50 here, and I personally like to check these off as I go. $47.60, so that I know that I recorded them. $37.05, $32.48, $10.01, $3.76. Oops. Gotta redo all of that. I messed it up. Sorry, guys. $9.50, $47.60, $37.05, $32.48, $10.01, and $3.76, which brings us to a total of $140.40. When I take a look at groceries, what I like to do at this point is subtract what we had remaining from the prior week from what we spent this week. So taking the $3.90 from that to get our remaining balance, which is $249.84. Then I like to look at that amount and see how many more weekends we have. And I've talked about this quite a bit, but we basically go off the number of Sundays for groceries, and so we have 2 more Sundays. So if I divide that amount by 2, that means that we have roughly $125 per week going forward for groceries. So we are in great shape when it comes to groceries, despite spending a little bit more than we would have liked in this week. Jason did try out a couple new recipes with his smoker, and so that's kind of what drove those amounts up. Some of the some of the meat that you smoke is just a little bit more expensive. We tried out brisket and stuff like that, so it's a little bit more expensive than what we would normally pick up. And then we had nothing for gas for our cars, so we still have $99.70. Household, I've talked about this before, but we are completely out of household money. And we have had nothing for unbudgeted, so still good shape there. I never like to really fill in the spent amount for the week, because honestly my main concern is just what we have remaining for the rest of the month. And so here's all of our cash. I can tell you right now we don't have very much because Jason's brother was in town and we were doing stuff with him, so I know we really don't have a ton, but you know, we always have our allowances that we can use for extra eating out money and stuff like that. So we have 20, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. We have $58 remaining for eating out. So we spent quite a bit last week. Again, I think that just has to do with when we have people in town and we're out and about, we don't make it a huge priority to go, you know, and make something. We're just kind of in a rush. That's kind of the period of life we're in at this moment, with the holidays coming up and just a ton of family activities going on. So again, as long as we are not taking out more money, I really don't care how much we have left over. I did want to mention really quick before I get into the sinking funds. So this is my current wallet that I use for cash dividers. And this will be changing. Next week you will see a new system. It's not going to be dramatically different, but it's going to be a new wallet, a new setup, and so definitely keep an eye out for that because I'm super excited to film that. Okay, so I don't know why this always pops off. So we're in good shape when it comes to everything here. We did have a couple more items that we had for that's coming out of our savings. So I've talked about this quite a bit, but if you are new or if you haven't been around for the last couple months or whatever it may be, we did recently change the way that we're handling certain things. I'm obviously due with the baby in the beginning of January, so we are prepping for the baby, and we, instead of putting, you know, a set amount in our budget, a set amount in our sinking funds, we are just taking whatever we're buying for the baby and taking it out of our savings. We have been saving since the beginning of my pregnancy and even before that, knowing that we were trying to get pregnant for a baby. And so we have plenty of money set aside for baby related stuff, but I just don't feel like it's necessary to put it in a sinking fund or put a line item, because honestly, I don't know the timing of when we're going to get stuff. At this point, I know we're either going to get stuff the last couple weeks in November or everything will be bought in December. But before that, I didn't really know the timing. So I did pick up a new diaper bag. So that's the $119. We got a really nice backpack diaper bag with Macy. I'm pretty sure it was just as expensive, maybe a little bit less. And that has worked great for us. But we use that a lot for Macy for like sleepovers and stuff with her, with Jason's parents. And so I wanted to pick up another one. This one is, I think like Lully Babe or something like that. It looks really nice. It looks heavy duty, so I'm excited about that. And then we also did, I just did a project with all of Macy's toys. I talked about that a little bit. So the bins for all of those toys and stuff ended up being about $115. So that's coming out of our savings as well. Looking at our sinking funds, I don't think a ton has changed. Last time we spoke, I think we had Jason's medical stuff there. We've had a couple more home maintenance items. Jason picked up some shirts from Costco, which he puts underneath other shirts to just stay warm. It's been pretty chilly here. So that's that. And then we went out to lunch as like a special type of thing. So that came out of our entertainment fund. But besides that, nothing too exciting going on when it comes to sinking funds. I've talked about this quite a bit, but at some point in the next week and a half, I'll probably end up closing our sinking funds for November and start tracking again in December. And you can kind of see that we did that for October, and that's just because of the timing of stuff. I like to have these closed and know what I need to add to them before the month actually starts. So one other thing that's going to be coming out are family pictures. I just got Macy's school pictures back, so I'm going to be buying those. Those are $100, and then it's ridiculously expensive for newborn pictures. I'm like shocked by it. We were planning on going with our photographer who did our fall pictures, and I saw that her newborn pictures are $400. Like, I think it's like $375. And I'm like, you know what? That is just way, way, way too much money for pictures. Like, especially because some of the pictures that you see are just like not what I would want to like have of her. Like with Macy, I'm pretty sure we just did the hospital pictures. They were like kind of expensive, but not ridiculous, not like $375 expensive. And they were very basic. Like you got like pictures of her body, her like feet and stuff like that. And so I think we're definitely going to go with the hospital photographer because I am not about to spend that kind of money. But I just thought it was funny because I was like, oh, we have $78 right now. I know Macy's going to need $100. Like maybe we'll add another $100 and we'll have about $200 or so for the newborn pictures. And I thought that was going to be perfectly fine. And bam, $375. So anyway, I was a little shocked by that, as you can probably tell. But anyway, that is our weekly check-in for the second week of November. I hope you guys are having a good month. Let me know if you guys are working towards some goal in November. We have the same goal that we've had for a long time now, and that is to just save as much as we possibly can so that when the baby's a little bit older, we can sell our house and start the process of potentially building a house. But I feel like that's a little bit far into the future, so we are still gonna have the same goal for a while. So anyway, let me know what you guys are working towards, especially if it's something new in the new year, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.